Today we are crafting the perfect day trip from Athens to a place where ancient history and modern marvels collide, Corinth. We're going to show you how to walk in the footsteps of apostles, stand before incredible ancient temples, and then witness an engineering dream that was 2,000 years in the making. And you can do it all in a single amazing day. So let's kick things off with a question that honestly is on every traveler's mind. This one's straight from Reddit, from someone trying to solve this exact puzzle. And it's a great question, right? Because it cuts right to the chase. The logistics. How do you actually pull this off without getting stranded? Don't worry, we've got you covered.
Because a trip to Corinth, it's really a journey of incredible contrasts. I mean, think about it. In the morning, you could be wandering through these sun-baked ruins where St. Paul himself once preached. And then, just a few hours later, you could be staring down into a massive man-made canyon, a dream that literally took centuries to carve into the earth. It's two completely different worlds, all packed into one unforgettable day trip. All right, first things first, let's get you there. Now, planning the trip to Corinth might seem a little tricky at first glance, but trust me, once you have the playbook, it's actually super straightforward.
So you've got three really solid options to get from Athens to the modern city of Corinth. The train is fantastic, it's scenic and pretty direct. The bus, run by the super reliable KTEL service, is always a great budget-friendly choice. And then, of course, renting a car gives you the ultimate freedom to explore on your own schedule. Now, here's the one detail you really need to remember. Your train or bus, it's going to drop you in the new city. To get to the ancient ruins, that's Archaia Corinthos, the easiest thing to do is just hop in a quick taxi. It's only about a 15-minute ride, and it's totally affordable. And if you're worried about getting back, which, was the original Redditor's main concern, don't be. This little piece of advice comes from someone who actually lived in the village for a couple of months, so it's the real deal. There are always taxis around. You are definitely not going to get stranded.
Okay, logistics are sorted, you've arrived. Now for the main event, a walk right through the heart of what was one of ancient Greece's most powerful, most wealthy city-states. Welcome to ancient Corinth.
What's so amazing about this place is how many layers of history you're seeing all at once. You are literally walking through time, from the original Greek city to the Roman colony where the Apostle Paul lived and preached, all the way up to the incredible discoveries that are still being made today. The very first thing that's going to grab your attention, I promise, is the magnificent Temple of Apollo. And what's just incredible is that each one of these massive columns was carved from a single piece of limestone. These things are a raw, powerful symbol of just how much wealth and influence Corinth had back in the day. Now, after you've explored the grounds, you absolutely cannot skip the on-site museum. It is packed with treasures that really tell the story of this city. You'll see everything from those famous Koroi statues, which were actually rescued from smugglers back in 2010, to the tiny little perfume flasks and giant transport jars that made Corinth an absolute powerhouse of trade. And hey, for those of you who are up for a bit of a challenge, the steep hike up to the fortress of Corinth, it is absolutely worth it. Your reward? A breathtaking panoramic view that shows you exactly why the city was so powerful. You can see its strategic command over both land and sea in every direction. It's just incredible. Okay, so from the ancient world, we are now going to jump forward a couple of thousand years. We're heading to a modern engineering marvel that's just a short drive away. This is the other half of the Corinth story, the conquest of the isthmus itself. To really get why this canal is such a huge deal, you first have to understand the geography it completely conquered, the Isthmus of Corinth. For thousands of years, this one narrow strip of land was the only thing stopping ships from taking a massive shortcut between the Aegean and Ionian seas. And the dream of cutting through this land? It's ancient. We're talking 7th century BCE. Even the Roman Emperor Nero famously showed up with a golden spade to get the dig started. But the project got abandoned, and for another 1,800 years, that dream just lay dormant, until technology finally made the impossible possible. And the result is this perfectly arrow-straight waterway, 6.4 kilometers long, slicing right through the peninsula. But what's truly mind-boggling is how narrow it is. We're talking just under 25 meters. That is so narrow that some modern cruise ships literally squeeze through with barely a few feet to spare on either side. And all of this while you're flanked by these sheer limestone cliffs soaring up to 79 meters high. I mean, when you sail through it, it feels less like a canal and more like you're navigating through some kind of giant natural canyon. It's wild. So how can you experience this incredible feat for yourself? Well, this is where it gets really fun, because you have some truly amazing and very different options.
You can choose to take a really serene cruise, just gliding along the water at the base of this massive canyon, looking up in total awe. Or, for the true thrill seekers among you, you can take a heart stopping plunge from the bridge that spans that chasm, way up high. Now, for those who choose adventure, the team at Zulu Bungy provides what has to be one of the world's most unique jumps. Safety is obviously number one, with really rigorous checks and ropes classified by your weight. All of it leading to that one moment, an incredible 70-meter leap into that deep blue channel below. And this review just captures the feeling perfectly, doesn't it? That perfect mix of absolute terror and total exhilaration. Jumping over a landmark this iconic, yeah, that's an experience you're never ever going to forget. So, to bring it all together, here is your final checklist for the perfect day. Definitely book your transport in advance. Remember to bring some cash for that taxi ride. Wear comfy shoes, you'll be doing a lot of walking, and always check the seasonal schedules, especially for stuff like the bungee jumping. And finally, end your adventure the proper Greek way, at a local taverna. Ultimately, Corinth is one of those rare places where you can touch ancient stones and feel the rush of modern adrenaline all in the same afternoon. It's a journey through history, engineering, and pure adventure, which leaves just one final question for you to answer.